we can hit very strong if we want. We went inside and hit the roots inside. So we gave a very clear, message to Pakistan. We don't want a war, but we are only hitting the terrorist centers. We're not blood, seekers. We are here to protect the motherland. Turkey is giving support. Azerbaijan giving support. Iran is giving subtly support.
इंडिया ने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि ऐसा कुछ होगा कि ऐसी सपोर्ट एकदम यहाँ से आ जाएगी.
Pakistan has used in our air defense terminology. We say it's seed. India is got a heavy dependence on Russian equipments, especially in air defense.
How can we become self-reliant?
That is what is the next step we should go for. Attack was totally perpetuated. It was planned.
Asim Munir, is he manipulator? So was it a good decision India की तरफ से?
It's a very good decision.
Colonel Ashokan, welcome back to the Supreet Singh Show.
Thank you, Supreet. You are such a familiar friend of mine. I have been third time here in front of you.
Yes, the first one was Inspire Me, where we talked about your story.
Correct.
The second one was even special. We talked about हमने वो 15 OLQs के बारे में बात की.
Yes, and still I refer the same, video, this podcast to all my, new entrants. कि ये देखो.
And it is so beneficial sometimes.
Yes.
अगर मुझे लगता है कि मुझे वो याद करनी है कि OLQs क्या होते थे, I watched that as well.
Because that is a real educational podcast we shot for posterity to come. Everybody can see it and understand what is qualities, what we are imbibing or what we look at in a military leader.
And you're so loved by all, especially जो एक बार Olive Greens गया है, तो everybody is so fond of you. I've met so many officers
nice
as well.
of you. You are one of my quite senior trainee. You are an OGN.
Yes.
We call ourselves all OGNs.
Yes.
So after 20 years of running Olive Greens, you are one of the senior recommended candidate. But I still feel you would have been wonderfully looking in uniform. But then, of course, you chose to come out of.
That's a thing. The only thing which I regret in my life is that the uniform. I miss being in that uniform.
But I'm so glad to see the same energy, same spirit, same national feeling, and same patriotism in you. This is precisely we have been discussing in the last few minutes.
That will always be there.
I'm so glad to see that. And it's generally not seen among youth these days.
Because this is what we are. अगर हम अपने भारतीय होने पे गर्व नहीं करेंगे तो उस लाइफ में वो रहेगी नहीं चीज़. तो वो गर्व होना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. एंड वो नाम नमक निशान.
Yes, नाम नमक निशान. That is all about the ethos of armed forces.
तब मैं थोड़ा सा भारी भी था, मोटा भी था.
नहीं, you look absolutely fit now. अभी you लग रहा है कि you can still go and fight in the borders. You are fighting fit.
I'm following your fitness tips.
हम तो now I have become an old war horse.
पर अभी भी 100 पुशअप तो हम मारते हो.
वो तो करता हूँ. I can do it. I do it.
Yes. So इस बार हमने थीम थोड़ी चेंज की है.
Okay.
अब we call it as deep root talks.
Deep root talks. So you go in depth into a subject probably.
Yes. We go quite deep into it. And right now जो आज की situation है, अभी war almost कह सकते हैं कि full blown war होने वाली थी. But ceasefire होने के बाद भी
sudden abrupt ceasefire which astonished the world actually.
Yes, astonished the world.
Yes.
In fact, Indians को भी वो एकदम लगा कि सभी को कि ये कैसे खत्म
It
हो.
is a very pleasant surprise, I should say.
Yes.
But not for everybody.
Not for everyone.
Not for warmongers.
ये war mongering is exactly what. And ये जो ceasefire है, ये कितना important था?
You see, if you ask me like a veteran, I am an Army Air Defense gunner. Rather, to be precise, I am an Army Air Defense missile man.
Yes.
We bought the Ozak missile system. When it came to India first, I was one of the officers who got inducted to the unit earlier times.
And we have listened to your stories in one of our podcasts.
I'm very proud to say today that I am an air defense gunner because we stood the ground in the initial thrust of war. And Army Air Defense is known as a supporting arm actually. But this war proved that we are no more a supporting arm. We are a friend runner today because of the whole scenario doctrine of war has changed. The doctrine of war has changed. See, instead of putting boots on the ground, now it is going to be a air warfare to start with. Finally, on the boots will go to the ground. Earlier, it was not so. If you look at the earlier wars, you know?
Yes.
So the whole scenario of war has changed. At this point of time, we come to this point of warmongering. Yes, we proved that we can hit very strong if we want. We have been resiliently requesting Pakistan, please stop, please stop. Don't push us into the wall because we are peace lovers. We don't want a war scenario. We don't want to kill innocent people on either side. But it was falling into deaf ears. This latest episode, as everybody is talking about it, so I don't want to elaborate about it. But this time it was too much of provocation that the government had to take this very stringent step, and this is a very difficult but firm decision to hit upon them where it hurts. So when Prime Minister Modi first given a hint that this time we will go to the handlers. Earlier, the doctrine was different. Doctrine was that we will hum ghuske marenge and we will kill the terrorists who are doing it. Now this time the whole scenario changed. So we now went deep, like deep rooted, you know. We went inside and hit the roots inside. We hit the headquarters of terrorism and the handlers also. And naturally everybody knows the handlers are ISI.
ये इसी वजह से वो तिलमिलाए भी थे.
Definitely, definitely. So this warmongering वाली जो बात आपने किया है, are we really warmongers? When the world is clamorous, you know, there are lot many wars waging in different parts of the world. We are the latest add-on, and it happened so fast. Before the world understood there is a war, we were in war. So we gave a very clear, you know, message to Pakistan and to the world that we don't want a war, but we are only hitting the terrorist centers. And we did hit on 9 centers. And I appreciate Prime Minister to give this, and we really admire him for taking the right kind of clear decision and clear message given to the world that we don't want a war, we don't want to escalate this, but we will hit the terrorist centers and handlers to the terrorists, that is basically the leaders of terrorists. But as you all know, Pakistan appended, they hit us back, flooded our airspace with drones, you all know, and the 2 Turkish drones. So, are we warmongers? I don't feel we should be. We should be. But you'll always realize, I mean, this is something from my heart. The people who cry for blood and war, they are the safest people. They don't have. Most probably you will
फैमिली
find.
में से भी कोई नहीं होता.
So this message I want to be very subtle. I don't want to, go elaborate into it. But we as responsible veterans as well as the armed force fraternity, war is our last option. We are not blood, seekers. We are here to protect the motherland at any cost, every cost. But protection of motherland is important, not occupying another country or invading another country. We are not invaders. But when it comes to protection of motherland and our people, everything goes into oblivion and the focus is very clear. So, but if there is a war, we will fight it to the end, not to our end, to their end, because we are capable. We are a superior army, 3rd largest army in the world, by size and by strength. We can do it. But the concern today is Pakistan is a very minuscule army as we know it. Though their air force is, you can't underestimate their air force strength and all, because they have been, enhanced by the enemy countries of us. But when it comes to one-to-one, Pakistan has got no chance with us. But the point of apprehension is the country standing behind them. Our biggest enemy and one of the strongest country in the world today, their military strength, the China is got the biggest enemy strength today. Sitting in the neighborhood, they are openly behind our enemy. They are openly behind Pakistan. And the moment war is declared, you found Turkey joining the war. Turkey is giving support. Azerbaijan giving support. Iran is giving subtly support.
तो इंडिया ने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि ऐसा कुछ होगा, कि ऐसी सपोर्ट एकदम यहाँ से आ जाएगी?
We were expecting, but not to the extent that they will immediately start flooding Pakistan with homegrown drones. You know, Turkey has given them numerous number of drones to flood our airspace. And you know what is the tactics Pakistan has used in our air defense terminology? We say it's SEAD, SEAD, which means suppression of enemy air defense.
Suppression of enemy air defense.
SEAD, SEAD.
Okay.
This is a strategy. Every air defense units we know about this. So there is two reasons, two objectives of Pakistan by flooding our airspace with drones and small, valueless missiles, low-cost missiles. Reason is firstly to suppress our air defense assets, because air defense is a very important asset we have.
एंड वो ड्रोन्स पे ड्रोन से एकदम फेंकने शुरू कर दिए.
Because now suddenly they flooded our airspace with drones, so we have been defending. Many times what happened that we have been using high-cost missiles, high-cost air defense systems to stop the drones. So you look at the economical part of it, the drone which is such a cheap Turkish drone, which may cost say $25,000, we are using crores worth of missiles to stop it. What could happen? So once they keep doing these things, I mean any war for that matter, slowly we will start exhausting our resource of missiles and ammunitions for the guns also, for air defense guns also. So what is the lesson coming out of this is, the lesson coming out is this: we must stop depending other nations for our defense systems. Now you will find India is got a heavy dependence on Russian equipments, especially in air defense. Okay.
S-400.
But we have now, yes, not only S-400, we got Ozake, my unit equipment. Ozake is also a short range missile. Then medium range missiles also we have, Tungushkas also short range missiles. So there are so many Russian missile systems we have. Strelas, Zoo twin barrels, these are all Russian equipment. These are guns, short distance guns. So we have layers of air defense system as you know it, but then we have a heavy dependence on Russian equipments, which means the ammunition also we are dependent on them.
Yes.
Modifications we are dependent on them to some extent. Certain spare parts we are dependent on them. So this dependency in the coming future should be 100% eliminated. It is time for us to 100% become self-reliant.
How can we become self-reliant?
So that is what is all about Make in India. You see, we already got Akash Tir. Right? Now we are already, seriously, we got Nag, and that is tank missile, anti-tank missiles. We got Prithvi also. We got a PAD, that is Prithvi air defense system also we are developing. We have got indigenously developing missiles, but then now the time has come for us to put our full energy into indigenizing this air defense system and total self-reliance. That is what is the next step we should go for. Because in a scenario where another war breaks out, Russia may not be in a real position to help us.
Why so?
Firstly, Russia has gone weak last 3 years of war with Ukraine. Ukraine is such a minuscule country, but they could carry on this war for last 3 years because NATO countries and US were supplementing their war and backing them with weapons and money and even aeroplanes, with even fighters, which was never expected by Russia because Russia is a mighty country, superpower. But in the last 3 years, they got weakened. So many of their factories are totally doing their own defense production. So at this point of time, maybe in the future also for some time, they may not be able to give us the complete supplement, or they will not be able to, supplement us with the weapon system.
So they'll be manufacturing enough only for themselves? They won't be
Right
able
now
to
they have issue. Right now they have issue because 3 years of war they were expected, no? So look at them. They have come to a stage in their warfare, or they're come to a stage where they started buying drones from Iran. Such a huge superpower, military power, they started buying from Iran drones. They started buying from Turkey. They started buying from China. So you can imagine they are not in a very happy situation. So giving all this ammunition right now in a crisis like this to India would be their second priority, not first priority. Also, China is also breathing over their neck. You all know that China and Putin and so Xi Jinping and Putin, they have said we have unlimited partnership. China is also leaning on Russia these days because as you know, Russians, all most of the crude oil, most of their national wealth is now being diverted to China. So China is one of their very big feeders of economy also, as well as weapon systems also. So at this point of time, to me, this is my very personal opinion, I find that Russia cannot be trusted 100%. Not that they really want to do it, but their inability to help us. But at the same time, you look at Americans, when there was a crisis like this, they washed their hands off. Most untrustworthy ally is Americans today. You heard them speaking what J.D. Vance, what he said, what Trump has said. The moment war started, they said they have been fighting last 1,500 years. Pakistan is only 76 years.
Yes.
And he's talking about 1,500 years. These
He
people
needs
are
to
fighting.
take some history lessons.
I think so, but he probably meant religions.
Yes.
He probably meant that. I mean, some kind of, maybe slip of tongue. So he said, 1,500 years these people are fighting, let them sort it out, as if he's got nothing to do with that.
अब जो इंडिया पाकिस्तान जहाँ से शुरुआत हुई पहलगाम से, तो पहलगाम में जो सबसे बड़ा सरप्राइज भी था और एक तरह से जिसने सबका खून भी खौलाया कि धर्म पूछ के टेररिस्ट ने मारा, तो वो उनकी क्या स्ट्रेटजी थी, वो क्या क्रिएट करना चाह रहे थे जिसमें दे हैव फेल्ड.
You see, this attack was totally perpetuated. It was planned. Now, how I feel it is planned because just 1 week before, General Munir gave this statement that Kashmir is our jugular vein. He never spoke about Kashmir for last 1 or odd years. Kashmir has been going down and down as a priority subject. The whole world accepted that Kashmir is India's integral part.
And Kashmir was growing very
It was
fast.
growing. And in this last season, crores and crores of tourists have been coming there. If you look at the whole season, the Kashmir was booming with tourists and money flowing from all the world countries also.
Yes.
Now, at this point of time, General Munir gave this statement. It is a starting point, I feel. So it is planned. It is very well planned. He gave this hint that Kashmir is our jugular vein and we will not leave the jugular vein. He very specifically said that. And within a week time, jugular vein mein attack ho gaya. Now you see, why they said jugular vein, there is one more reason I feel, because the 3 rivers which is flowing towards Pakistan comes through Kashmir. Indus, Jhelum and Chenab.
Chenab.
Now these 3 rivers, 85% of the water, as per the treaty between India and Pakistan, flows into Pakistan only. We are only made few dams to generate electricity, hydroelectricity, and we said we would leave it. So maybe 10-12% of water is only retained, that too for Kashmiris only. Not to any other place the water is going. So why I feel when he said that this is a jugular vein, he's also meaning about the water, because water is like blood.
Yes.
It is the lifeblood of Pakistani, Punjabi area, So when he said कि jugular vein है ये, इसको हम revive करेंगे, it's our claim, that's what he meant. So this is a second step he did. Like he has initiated what he wanted to say. So धर्म पूछ के मारा है, ये इसलिए किया है to firstly bringing Kashmir again to limelight, to give the feeling to the world that Kashmir is still a disputed इलाका है जो हमारा भी उसमें क्लेम है. You see the narrative. थर्ड थिंग इज ही वांटेड टू गिव हिज मैसेज दैट हम कश्मीर छोड़ेगा ही नहीं है. आप इसको इंटीग्रेटेड पोर्शन बोलो, लेकिन हम इसको नहीं छोड़ेंगे. सो ही वॉज एक्चुअली ट्रिगर्ड दिस menace. He was triggered the menace because he is a very fundamentally Islamic person. He is the first general in Pakistan, who knows Quran by heart. Even Ziaul Haq, he was a very religious general. He also don't know Quran by heart. So he is one of the very few even scholars in Pakistan whom they call they say Hafiz-e-Quran. This is a title.
Hafiz-e
Hafiz-e-Quran.
Quran.
हाँ, इसकी मीनिंग है a scholar who knows Quran from the heart. So he is one among them. It's a very, very, very rare title. So he is the only general in Pakistan till today who is Hafiz-e-Quran. And if you listen to his speeches, he always quotes Quran. आधा घंटा speech में he would have quoted Quran at least 5 times. He's that good. His father was a Islamic teacher.
But Asim Munir, is he a manipulator? Is he just trying to manipulate for his own vested interest?
I have a personal feeling, though he is ruling the roost, nobody got the guts to, challenge him. He is a disturbed man because Imran Khan, he is very, very popular in Pakistan, as you know it.
Yes.
And he is under custody. He is in prison with so many fake cases on him. So, if there is an opinion poll today, 85% of the population is behind Imran Khan. And people are deadly against Pakistan Army. I remember I went to Dubai last year. So, I have a habit of talking to drivers, हमेशा बात करते रहता हूँ. ड्राइवर नहीं, किसी से भी बात कर लेता हूँ. So I found surprisingly most of the cabs there, drivers are Pakistanis.
Yes.
You would have noticed that.
Yes.
So whenever I spoke to them, everybody, without any exception, they said कि our worst enemy is Pakistan Army. And they said कि sir, 4 years before, 100 rupees food basket, whatever is you get in 100 rupees, today it is available at 280 rupees. They are saying me. And it's a fact. Inflation 20% से 30% पे आ गया. Within this time, 4 years only. ठीक है. So, he says कि sir, अभी हम भूखा मर जाएंगे हम लोग. पहले one driver was saying, sir, मेरा 90% मेरा जो कमाई है, मैं घर बेचता हूँ. मैं इधर पानी पीता हूँ, एक बार खाना खाता हूँ. और 4 साल पहले, I was so comfortable. क्यों? Same food basket is become more than double. How do people survive? और इस कंडीशन में पानी भी बंद हो गया तो सिविल वार होना था ना. सो व्हाट इज द कंपल्शन ऑफ मुनीर, जनरल मुनीर वुड बी, आई पर्सनली फील ही प्रोबेबली वांटेड टू अगेन डिक्लेयर मार्शल लॉ. कुड बी, आई एम नॉट श्योर. मेरा सोच है मतलब मेनी ऑप्शंस में एक सोचे कि मे डिक्लेयर मार्शल लॉ. ही वॉज प्लानिंग प्रोबेबली. And total control over Pakistan. And you never know Imran Khan की fate फिर क्या होगा. Pakistan has got a long history of killing people inside the jail. Killing people, killing the leaders on the road. बेनसीर भुट्टो को क्या हो गया आपको पता है?
एक तरह से है तो रोग स्टेट ही है वो.
It's a rogue state. Maybe it's not required because he's already ruling the roost, तो उसको ज़रूरत भी नहीं चाहिए. तो क्या ऑप्शन है अभी आप देखो ना, ये जनरल मुनीर का ऑप्शन क्या है? ऑप्शन 3 ऑप्शन है उसके पास में एज ऑफ टुडे. आपको देखो क्या ऑप्शन है उसके पास. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज ही ब्रिंग अप ए नरेटिव कि वी आर विक्टिमाइज्ड, इंडिया इज हिटिंग अस अननेसेसरली, वी आर नो मोर स्पॉन्सरिंग टेररिज्म, बट बहाना बना के हमको मार रहा है. If the war prolongs, अभी तो नहीं है.
जब उन्होंने पानी, जब इंडिया ने बंद किया, जब नलका बंद किया एक तरह से, तो was that the trigger that they या फिर जब हमने
ट्रिगर इज देयर फर्स्ट अटैक ओनली. नहीं, पानी बंद किया तो डेफिनेटली इट इज ए मेजर ट्रिगर बिकॉज लास्ट 3 लड़ाई हुई है तभी भी हमने पानी नहीं बंद किया. फर्स्ट टाइम वी आर क्लोजिंग द
तो
नलका.
वाज इट अ गुड डिसीजन इंडिया की तरफ से?
It is a very good decision to tell them you stop now playing with us because now we are very serious. बिकॉज द होल वर्ल्ड कंट्रीज में जनरली एक फीलिंग था कि इंडिया बहुत नरम कंट्री है. सदियों से इन्वेडर्स आए थे, सदियों से इस्लाम इन्वेडर्स आके रगड़ दिया इंडिया को. इंडिया कुछ नहीं किया.
And air defense was, I think, every Indian will be proud of that right now.
We are no more a supporting arm. We are among the tigers. Yes, we are the front line. Kashmir is non-negotiable.
तो एक ही देश के 10 हिस्से हो जाएंगे.
Prime Minister has given a clear message that any other terrorist attack will be termed as an act of war. In a long run, Pakistan can become another country. पाकिस्तान पहले ही बर्बाद है.